Hello students, welcome to Ashish Polala classes. Today in the present lecture of Indian Penal Code, I am going to discuss with you 4 landmark judgments in which the plea of intoxication had been taken by the accused. The name of the first judgment is Basudev versus State. In the present case, the accused was a retired Jamadar who attended a marriage party in which he drank liquor heavily. Thereafter, he wanted to sit in a chair in which a boy already sat. The accused asked him to stand so that he would sit in the chair, but the boy, who was already sitting in the chair, refused to stand. So, the accused became annoyed and shot the boy with his pistol. Due to the shooting by the accused, the boy died on the spot. Thereafter, the accused walked to the police station and he surrendered himself to the police. During the trial, the accused pleaded that he was heavily intoxicated at the time when the incidents took place, so he is entitled to get acquittal. On the other hand, prosecution contended that the defense of intoxication, which is taken by the accused in the present case, should not be available to the accused. Why? Because he took excess liquor voluntarily, and also at the time doing the act he stood independently. So after hearing both the parties to the case, the trial court held that standing, arguing and shooting at the time of incidents and walking to the police station himself and without the help of anybody and surrendering himself to the police shown that accused did not lose his state of mind. That means to say, according to the trial court, at the time of incidents, the accused was able to understand what was going on. He was aware what he was doing. The trial court convicted the accused for the offence of murder. Thereafter, in appeal, the High Court as well as Supreme Court also confirmed the conviction of the accused. So this is something about the first judgment. Now let us study second judgment, which is R versus Tandy. In the present case, the accused was regularly drinking Yermouth or barley wine. On the day of incident, she took 1 bottle of vodka, which is also a wine. During the night, she strangled her 11 years daughter and her daughter died. Thereafter, she was charged with the murder under section 2 subsection 1 of the Homicide Act 1957. In India, this section is equal to section 302 of Indian Penal Code 1860. During the trial, the accused pleaded the defense of intoxication, but the trial court convicted her after giving her their opinion that she had chosen to drink vodka instead of her daily drink Yermouth. In her case, the defense of involuntary drunkenness cannot be taken by the accused because she herself had taken the alcohol and it was voluntary act of the accused. On appeal, the House of Lords also confirmed the trial court's decision in the case. So this was something about second judgment. Now let us study what the third judgment says in R versus Kingston. In this case, there were 2 accused, accused number 1 and accused number 2, out of which accused number 1 had invited a 15 years boy to his flat and also gave the boy alcohol mixed cold drinks. After consuming the alcohol, the boy felt unconscious. Then accused number 1 invited Kingston, who is accused number 2 in the present case, to do unnatural sexual act with the boy. While Kingston was doing the unnatural acts with the boy, the accused screened in video and he was charged for an offence. Trial was completed and trial court punished both the accused number 1 and 2. Kingston appealed against the conviction. The Court of Appeal quashed the punishment which was made by the trial court, and thereafter second appeal was filed. On appeal, the House of Lords confirmed the judgment of the trial court by holding that both the accused number 1 and 2 were in mens rea. This act of both partner would consist wrongful act which was pre-planned by the accused number 1 and 2, and both of them were found in guilty. So this was something about third judgment. Now let us study the fourth judgment of the present lecture, which is Mawari Surya Satyanarayan versus State of Andhra Pradesh 1995, 1 Criminal Law Journal 689. In the present case, the accused suspected the character of his wife. One day, he drank heavily. After that, some hot exchange of words took place between the wife and the husband. The accused husband poured the kerosene on his wife. She tried to escape from the fire and rushed to outside of the house, but the accused again caught the victim wife and again poured the kerosene, which resulted in the death of the wife. During the trial, the accused husband pleaded the defense of intoxication. But what was happened in the judgment? The trial court convicted the accused under section 304 part number 2 of Indian Penal Code. Thereafter, Supreme Court held in the present case that it would not be said that accused was in unsoundness of mind due to heavy drunkenness. Supreme Court said that he was aware that when for the first time he poured the kerosene, then it was not sufficient to complete his brutal act. I want to repeat what Supreme Court says. Supreme Court says that the accused was aware that when for the first time he poured the kerosene, then it was not sufficient to complete his brutal act. To finish this brutal act, the accused poured the kerosene for the second time on his wife. This is more than sufficient to prove the rational thinking of the accused and also mens rea of the accused to fulfill his intended act. So, the Supreme Court of India converted the punishment of the accused from section 304 part number 2 to section 302 of Indian Penal Code. So this was something about landmark judgment on the point of intoxication, which clearly explain that to take the benefit under the plea of intoxication, the intoxication must be involuntarily, it must not be voluntarily. And after the intoxication, you should lose your capacity to understand what is going on. So friends, if you like my lectures and also want to watch more law lectures on my channel, then please subscribe my channel and do not forget to click on the bell icon to get notifications of my next videos. Like my videos, share my videos, and if any of you want to take notes of my law lecture, then you can visit my blogs at lawarticles2020.blogspot.com to get notes of my law lectures. Thank you very much. This is something about this lecture. In the further lectures, we will discuss when the plea of consent can be taken. Namaskar.